It'll warm you up.
Hello
If we
again.
follow the
Welcome
aqueduct,
back
we should
to
arrive
A
at
Plague Tale
Chateau
Innocence.
before nightfall.
This is part 3 of our
Nothing.
trophy guide and
It's
walkthrough.
just frogs, Hugo.
We are starting out at the beginning of chapter 5.
Let's keep our
And
fingers crossed.
before we move on, don't forget to grab the fabric out of that boat. And we can't run here just yet, so just kind of jog along. You can see Hugo chasing frogs ahead of us. He did mention earlier that he had never seen a frog, so this is pretty exciting for him.
Aren't you cold?
A little, yes.
Hugo doesn't seem to mind.
For right now, we're just following
He's keeping
along
himself
this
warm.
shoreline.
Yes.
I'm looking around
But he's
for
too far
items,
for my liking.
which we're going to come up on in just a second. And we have a new companion, Lucas, and he's going to stick around with us for quite a bit of the game. He won't come on all the adventures, but he's going to be part of our little group.
Hugo?
Behind
Where are
that
you
tree
going?
that was to the left, there's some saltpeter, and then over here is leather. Don't forget to grab
Hugo!
those items. Now, once we head over to the main path where there's a fallen tree, we are going to be looking around for an opening on the left. We have a short little section coming up where we can't really do much because Hugo's going to show us something. But we need to look to the left for a path that we can follow up the little hill.
Hey look, I'm a knight.
An English shield. Where did you find that?
Over there, lying on the ground.
Listen, Hugo. Put that down. It's not for children.
Oh, you're no fun.
Come on, let's go.
Do you smell that?
Oh,
I guess big
stinks.
sisters just ruin all the
Yes,
fun.
It's horrible.
So follow this little creek. And just up here, we're going to turn to the left and go up this hill. I know Hugo went ahead of us, but don't worry. He'll notice that we're not there, and he's going to come and meet us. You'll know because Amicia will slow down, see, and wait for Hugo to catch up. There is a somewhat sort of a path up here. You need to try to follow it because we need to go back to where we started by the boat, except up on the hill.
Oh.
And here we're going to find our
They're so pretty.
Herbarium
What are
number
they
3, which is a
Gladiolus.
Ah,
Gladiolus.
yes, of course.
Don't you like them?
That's not a good sign.
Hugo, they're flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Once we have that, we can run back up this little mini hill, and straight ahead of us near the large tree is a chest. Grab the items out of that chest. Leather is always very important. We don't ever want to pass that up if we can help it, because you need quite a bit of leather. And we can continue through the
That's
grassy
strange.
part until it slopes down.
What is that?
Ugh.
There are a
Can
few
you smell
items
it?
here near the edge of this little creek. And then we want to leave that area and follow the main path.
Amicia, Lucas, come quick, look.
As we run ahead, we can see that this is basically a war zone.
Dead?
We can't carry on.
Amicia,
Now,
we have to follow the aqueduct.
I don't think that the soldiers have
my
been
goodness.
fighting each other.
Amicia,
I think it's the rats, but
walk on
apparently
them.
the rats
I
are
know,
winning.
Hugo, but we don't have a choice.
And unfortunately, we do have to walk on these guys. But we don't have to do this very much. Yeah, Amicia is walking
Just keep
carefully
moving,
over them right now,
on.
but no worries. It's just for this section, really. Now, we are going to have to interact with some of these contraptions, these wooden contraptions. Be sure to scour around all of this area. See, now she's just running over the bodies.
Smell. It's unbearable.
Just look around for anything that shines.
Concentrate on the
There are a few scattered items around here, and we want to try to get as many as possible. And if you haven't noticed, when there are torches like this just set up in the ground, it's usually a pretty good indicator that we're going to see rats pretty soon. So just bear that in mind. For now, you can relax though.
Ugh, the horse. Lucas?
Here we have that crazy look button again.
No.
And see, unless we push the look button, it won't let us do anything. So we have to look at the twitching horse. 3 guesses what you think that is, and the first 2 don't count. Now, over here under this fallen tree, we need to craft some ignifier to throw on the bonfire. The horse is still twitching over there.
Oh no!
And you can guess what just happened. There are items here, and we're going to have to get clever to get around these rats. Remember that when you light a hay bale on fire, it does not stay lit for very long, so you need to try and get to the next light source as quickly as possible. And if you notice, I'm not crafting a whole lot of ignifier at once.
What were they doing?
Those were looters looking for things to steal.
I'm trying to
To
conserve
survive, probably.
all of my items and just craft when needed, or if I know I'm going to need quite a bit coming up. See, I'm typically just crafting 2 at a time, which, you know, it creates 2 every time you craft. Grab the items out of that chest. You'll understand later when you see just how much we need to upgrade our equipment and our sling.
We'll never get through.
Now we're going to run into quite a few of these. I guess you could call it a puzzle where you have to maneuver.
There's some wood down there. There's rats everywhere.
I don't know what these things are called.
Could you lend a hand?
Light the tip of this one on fire and then interact with the handles, and it's going to come down, and then we can send Hugo over there to grab us a stick, and then once he comes
Hugo,
back, then we
You're going
can
to
let
have
it
to
go.
through.
Yes, yes.
Be careful.
I did it. I made it.
Good. Now come back.
There you go.
Ow,
And we can go and get
my
the stick
arms
from Hugo,
paralyzed. Well done, you
and we'll be able to head over to that where that is the torch in the ground. That's where we need to go, and then we're immediately going to have to hide in the grass.
Into the grass quickly. He mustn't see us.
Amicia. His
So as you
lantern.
can see, there's a soldier coming,
I understand.
and unfortunately we're going to need to use our sling and a rock and break his lantern and let the rats take care of him for us.
It's horrible.
That way we can safely pass through, the rats won't notice us running by, and just go straight to the next light source.
There are too many rats. We're stuck.
See, when the rats notice us, they'll make a beeline for us. Here we need to use the sling and break that chain, and immediately we need to get rid of this guard. You can't hit his torch because it's not a lantern. Light the bonfire, and then we can head over inside of that wooden building that he was in. And in here you can see that there's a workbench. There are a lot of items around. There's a tool there. We can replenish our rocks. And we can't do anything at the bench yet, but we can go upstairs
Climb
because
up.
there are
Alright.
items here. And you can actually command Hugo to stay downstairs if you don't want to have to wait for him to climb up and all that. I didn't. I just took him up with me, but just so that you know, it is an option. He's going to be safe down there. There's plenty
They're
of light,
everywhere.
and Lucas would stay down there as well. Okay, so we went and got the items up there, and it looks like we can now upgrade the sling if we choose to. And I'm just kind of checking out what I'm going to need for everything else. It looks like I'm only one cloth shy of upgrading the pocket, so I'm going to wait. Once I can get another one, I'm sure there'll be another bench along sometime, and we'll do the pocket, because then we can hold more. So here you can see over there that there's a brazier on wheels. So we're going to light our stick here and head straight over to it. Once you set this on fire, you can check out the items. You can look, and it's pointing us, I guess, north of where the cart is pointing. But we want to go to the left.
We're making too much noise.
So go ahead and remember to use your right stick to turn the cart. And we're going to go over to this guy here. You can see where that broken wall is I'm standing next to. You don't want to go past that because then he'll be alerted and we won't have enough time to get rid of him. Because there is a chest next to him that we need to loot. So as we continue to push the cart, you can see the chest just up ahead on the left. Inside of that chest there is an item. And we also have curiosity number 9, the sickle. So we don't want to miss that.
Let's push this.
Then we can go back, grab onto the cart again, and now we can go to where the camera pointed us earlier. So just turn your cart to head back that way. And again, we're going to stop a little shy of where the guy is. You can see his lantern just up ahead. We're going to need to break his lantern. So once you get to an area where you can hit it with the rock, go ahead and do that. And then we can push the cart all the way over to where he is. And it's going to stop automatically. It'll get stuck in the mud or something like that. And then we can continue on.
The wheels are stuck in the mud.
We'll have to leave it here. Come on.
There's usually an item right there.
What are you doing? Hold him still. This is proper horrible. Come on, I just want his teeth.
Now where we're coming up to, we're going to have to sneak. You can command Hugo to stay behind, but I have never found that to be necessary. I've always taken him with me every time I've done this, and I've done it at least 4 or 5 times. Just wait for the conversation to finish. Once they're finished talking to each other, this guard's going to walk ahead. So we're just going to follow him, stay a little bit behind him, but stay within his torchlight. And then come over to this cart here on the left. There's a torch in the holder, and we're just going to wait. Going to wait for him to continue walking around. And then once he turns, we can move on. He can spot you if he's still facing. See the 2 guys on the right? I don't know what they're doing, but the guard we followed, he can spot you if you try to go ahead too quickly. Now over here, you see that door? There's a door just standing up. It looks like there's a triangle cut in the middle of it. We need to go over there. There's an item. You may or may not need it. I'm not sure. Then if we come back over here, you can see where it's shining. That's the torch holder. But around to the left, there's a few items on top of these barrels. Be sure to grab those. Cord and fabric. Hot commodities. And then once we get here, just place your torch in the holder and climb up.
Yes.
Now here, if you look around, you can see there are 2 bodies that are hanging from that tree. We need to knock both of those down. in order to lure the rats so that we can safely go through this area.
They've got sticks in their dummies.
Don't look.
Go around
Let's
the
ignore
big rock
everything
to
you
the
see here,
left.
Hugo.
There are a bunch of items
What's that
here
wall?
in a chest.
Amicia.
And we
There's
also
someone over
have
there.
curiosity
Oh, no.
number 10, the Oliphant. It looks like an elephant tusk. Then turn around and we want to enter this wooden building.
Come on, inside, quickly.
It kind of looks like a ship. I don't think it is a ship, but that's what it looks like. Grab the torch on the left and walk forward a little ways, and once we go through the doorway here, put the torch in the holder on the left. We're about to get our next chapter specific trophy. If you look ahead, you can see that there is a soldier stuck over there. We want to light his torch
You saved
and earn the Savior
Thank you.
trophy.
Thank you.
You won't give the alert, will you?
The alert? No. I'm behind if they knew I'll let you pass it. Go ahead. I didn't say anything.
Good.
Now we can grab our torch again and continue on. We did our good deed for the day and saved the soldier. You don't have to shoo the rats out. I don't know why I did it. I guess I just felt bad. Once we drop down out of this wooden building, Amicia is going to drop the torch,
The
unfortunately.
torch.
We'll do without it, Amicia.
So what we want to do is go around to the left of this tree here and make sure that you pick up the tool and the item from inside of that box. Tools are very important. You need one tool for every single upgrade.
There's a
As we
soldier.
continue forward,
Away.
we're going to
I don't see
have
any other
Lucas
way.
teach us how to craft a new consumable.
We don't have a choice. We'll have to take him by surprise. Here, take this.
What do you want me to do with this stuff?
Some them. You see, mix them together. Like this. Perfect. Now you're going to crush it on his face.
Are you serious?
So here we
Lucas,
have now learned how to craft
I
Somnum,
hope you know what you're doing.
which basically just puts enemies to sleep. You just have to sneak up behind them and hit the triangle prompt, and you'll put your enemy to sleep for a while.
Is he asleep?
Yes. For a while.
I don't use it too
Thank
much.
you.
It does
This
have
is going
its
to save our
moments,
lives.
but for the most part, I don't really need it. So in order to continue on, we're going to need to throw some ignifier on this torch here to be able to get over to... I think that contraption is a
This one
trebuchet.
seems a bit
I think those are specifically using counterbalance. It uses weights to
Will that
balance
move?
and counterbalance whatever it is that you want to throw. Anyway, grab the items out of the chest, and we can tell Lucas to operate the trebuchet. And once he does, it's going to fling this fire to move the rats out of the way. So just run through the light to get to the opposite side. And once we do, we're going to have to light the torch here and send
need you to
Hugo
do this.
over to the other side to grab a stick for us.
Go on, Hugo. That's it.
Once Hugo returns, take the stick from him, and if you look over here, you can see something shining over there just barely. That's where we need to go. You can command Hugo to stay here. He will be safe. Or you can take him with you. It's your choice. Amicia will actually move faster if you leave Hugo behind. But this time, I guess I decided to take him with me. So come around over here. We'll have a bonfire to light. And just around the other side of this bonfire,
Lucas, is this of any use to us?
we have to grab gift number 5, the Ballastella.
What?
They must use it to adjust fire.
It's rubbish.
No, it's not. I'll show you later.
Once you've gotten the gift, grab a stick. Oh, here, I'll show you the codex. So far we have another Herbarium, we have another gift, and we have 2 more curiosities. So just compare what you have to what I have. Make sure you aren't missing anything. So far, you know, if you have to go back, it's really not that far at this point. So light your stick, and we need to go back to where we came from, up the little set of stairs. And we're going to have to send Hugo back into that little cubby hole to get another stick, because this one is done for. And we need the stick to progress.
Can you take care of it? Go on, Hugo. That's it. I need you to do this. Yes.
Once Hugo comes back with the stick, you can direct Lucas to begin turning the wheel on the trebuchet. And once he flings the fire, get ready to run and follow the light to get back over to him. And here we're going to light our stick and walk to the next light source, which is pretty much straight through that
We
arch.
did it. Hugo did the hard part.
And then once we're here,
I
we
want
need
us
to
to get
turn
out of
to the
here.
left and
Me
go
too.
up this
Come on.
small little
Let's
hill.
go.
There's a workbench, and right next to it is a chest with a few items. So here at the workbench, I'm first going to upgrade my pocket. But if you notice, I have 2 tools because I didn't upgrade anything at the last bench.
This should make things a little
So
easier.
if you want to, and if you have the resources, you can actually upgrade something else. Now it looks like here I actually can upgrade the pouch, which is part of the sling. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You know, we might as well. It all has to be done anyway, and now we have more room in the pocket.
Not bad. Not bad
This
at
is
all.
why it's so important to grab every tool. And then we have other upgrades that are available later, but that are not necessary for any upgrade trophies. Now, I'm not sure why I came this way, but we'll get the cutscene either way.
Just have to be careful.
All the, I guess, the walls of the aqueduct have fallen down. But what we need to do is go back up that little hill. And there is a torch to the right. Well, there's a hay bale. We need to light the hay bale and then run quickly over to, it's another one of those carts with the brazier on it. But we're not going to push it this time, thank God. We're just going to use the sling
Get ready.
and
We're going to have to
break
stay
the
in
chain.
light.
And then follow the cart as it
Let's go,
rolls
let's
down
go.
the hill. Just be
We're not
sure to
holding it
stay
back.
in the light
No,
of the
run.
cart.
I'm not sure about this. It's working for now. All right. It worked.
Alright, so now we need to make sure you have enough rocks, because up here
Soldier.
you'll see that door opens up there. You want to have your sling handy to break that chain and take out the guard that's passing through the area. You can light up this torch here, because there are a few items on the other side of it, as well as a bundle of sticks, which we're going to need to progress. So once you've got your stick, come over to the next light source where we can light the stick and make your way over to where the fire is, just burning bodies on the ground. Depending on where the soldier falls, most soldiers have items on them. It's usually rocks, but sometimes you'll get something better. Sometimes you can grab the item off of the soldier here, but I'm trying to get to it, but he got hit in a bad spot this time. So we're not going to be able to get it, but it's no big deal.
I'll help you up.
Here we need to climb over this
I
half
can't.
wall.
Monsieur, I don't feel well.
What's the matter?
My head.
The macula. He's afraid. We have to get out of here. Hugo? Hugo, think of the frogs. Remember how they jumped? You were chasing them. Come on, let's go and see some more.
Yes, we have to get out of here, Amicia.
We will. This place can't go on forever, right?
I do feel bad for both of them. You know, that Hugo's ill and Amicia has no idea what she's doing or how to deal with him, but she's doing the best she can. Okay, when you come here, this area you can go through pretty quickly. It's more intimidating looking than it actually is. We just want to pass behind these guards. There's a whole bunch of them over to the right, but they're not going to see us. The one in front of us is the only one we really need to worry about, but you can just toss a rock over to those helmets and then walk directly behind him. And once we get past him, that's pretty much it. We're almost to the end, guys.
Amicia,
Up here, be sure to grab
I'm
that
very
leather
tired.
before you hop over
Look,
the wall.
There are trees again. I think we're getting to the end.
Finally.
Once you climb the wall, there's only one guard left. And he's over there talking to the thieves that we spotted earlier in the chapter.
Now let us go.
Even if you sneak all the way through, the guard's still going to spot you, but it really doesn't matter because you just get a cutscene, and this is where Chapter 5 ends. We've earned the Raven Spoils trophy for completing Chapter 5. And that's the end of the video. We're going to pick it right back up in Chapter 6 on the next video, so thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you have found this helpful, and I can't wait to see everyone in Part 4. Until then, Khajiit always has wares.
I've got an eye for that fancy jewellery. And you're